inside with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
They'll start out here with the option left. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go, set.
Going on the ground with Homer. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Fields on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Chicago.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Fields. Flush to it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now they go play action with Howell. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Howell. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 63-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. With these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, that is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Don't jump. Ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Touchdown! DJ Moore from 13 yards out. And the Bears are able to stretch out their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8. Second down, Howell now. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Howell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And Howe will throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw, Howell. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it and throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll go play action. Howell rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Howell from the gun. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
11.
To throw is Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll run this with Homer. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Santos' kick is up and through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Howell. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Jones on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Play action. It's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now they're in the hurry-up. This is Homer. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. He's got it to Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. A give up the middle to Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. Al down to throw it. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 27 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. That'll give him 8 that time. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Fields throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now throwing on 1st down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
So an interesting call there to take the throw, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Yes, a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing again is Fields. He's good with the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets it.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This is first and 10. Here's Howell. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Howell changing the play here. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Completes a Mooney on the slant. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down, Chicago.
Off play action. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And now an audible here into something else. Back to throw. Fields. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Looking deep here from Mooney. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here's 1st and 10. Howell to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
At the Bears' 46-yard line.
Howell with one final shot. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So it's the Bears who come away with a victory, and that's thanks largely to the play of their quarterback, Justin Fields, CD.
Yeah, and he did it with both his arm and his legs. You talk about a dual threat. How about this headline? 2 touchdowns passing, 2 more rushing. They just couldn't find a way to slow him down.
So for the Bears, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.